Fundamental duties. Every citizen shall have a duty to actively participate in elections, failing which he shall be liable to pay a fine equal to all the direct taxes payable by him for the year or a fixed charge, whichever may be higher. Pay all the direct taxes payable by him to the government, failing which his property may be seized and leased till the dues are cleared by the lease money. Register births of children and deaths of parents and other persons living with him within 60 days in the municipality of domicile, failing which he shall be liable to pay a fine equal to all the direct taxes payable by him for the period of delay or a fixed charge, whichever may be higher. Respect the rights of other person, failing which he shall be liable to compensate the injured persons by cash or by service in prison. Abide by this constitution, failing which the person shall be liable for rigorous imprisonment or death. Participation in elections. Historically, whatever were political systems of various nations, such as monarchy, communism, socialism, presidential democracy, parliamentary democracy, or something else, final decisions of ruling were always by rulers of the land, single persons or small groups with or without critical analysis and advised by few more persons. Invariably, majority decisions of ruling favored rulers and few elite, neglecting the needs and interest of majority people. People of the land are the rulers in people's democracy, and they only shall have to make final decision in any matter of ruling. Accommodating all the people in a single house of parliament or municipal council is not participle. Hence, the citizens cast their decisions by vote in their relevant territorial constituencies and send the results by their elected representative to the house as transfer of vote. Members of the House are only elected representatives of the people to coordinate preliminary works and implementations of people's decisions, but not authorized to decide or deviate contrary to people's decision. Majority citizens of nation usually shall be of middle economic class. Of the citizens of a nation, economically more than 85% are middle class, who can meet their expenses and save something out of their earnings. Not more than 15% are low income group, who may have to limit their expenses by reducing even essential needs, and only less than 1% citizens are really rich. The middle economic class citizens are the people contributing major portion of the government revenue and are the people most affected by the government decisions. Hence, they are the people who shall have a right to decide what is required for them and what is not. Maybe due to many valid reasons, they are the people very often neglecting the need of their participation in elections for giving their decisions. The punishments prescribed for failure in this constitution are sufficient enough to enforce the middle economic class citizens to pursue their fundamental duties. People's democracy is by the decision of majority people in all matters of common interest. People only shall have to choose the persons to work for the government. People only shall have to choose the needs and wants of their common interest and their priorities. People only shall have to decide how the required funds of the government shall have to be pooled, how and how much of the pooled funds shall have to be utilized. People only shall have to decide how the government shall have to work for people's satisfaction. People only shall have to monitor the working of the government. People only shall have to decide the deficiency of services or dishonesty of any of the persons working for the government and the appropriate punishment for such persons. And people only shall have to make the final decision in any matter of people's interest and concern. People's decision is the decision of the majority people, though it is not the decision of all the people. Such a decision shall be most effective only when it is obtained by election with the participation of all the people. And such a decision shall be more convincing and more satisfactory to all the people of the territory or the nation, proportionate to the active participation of peoples in the polls. People can decide which shall be a better option for them in most of the matters without any difficulty. They may need little discussion with other people of the constituency for understanding. Few difficulties matter before deciding. Even the people with minimum academic caliber may need critical analysis and enlightenment by elite in very few critical matters for deciding their option with confidence. Very soon, for sure, people shall develop the skills to discuss, understand, and to decide their options even for the most critical matters effectively. People are the rulers. They can realize their responsibility, and by no means majority decision is likely to be a wrong decision. Even if they go wrong on any occasion, they can reverse the decision soon the damage is discernible. After all, no man can have knowledge of every matter, and many world-class politicians of many countries don't have a better knowledge than a common man in many matters. If the decision were made by the people's majority, most of the undesirable acts by such politicians and government personnel would not have been allowed in the past. The needs and wants of common interest shall be projected by the people in the municipal constituency meetings and by the department heads of the government faculties to the parliament members. Hence, the matter of importance shall be moved sooner compared to the present political systems in the municipal councils and parliament. And the decision for any matters by transfer of vote of the people is not likely to be delayed beyond 6 months. Many desirable matters were not initiated or pending for many years in many countries so far for the government decision. Majority matters of public interest were not decided before a year or two by existing governments in many countries. All the people of municipal constituency or of a municipality shall gather on one weekend every month in a meeting place, community hall, or open ground of the constituency. All the business matters can be discussed and the elections for people's decision can be conducted during that meeting. People may have tea or dinner and a small entertainment after the business hour. Such a gathering shall improve interpersonal relations and shall add favor to life. Such a gathering shall help in recognizing the special talents and skills of the people. Such a gathering shall help in identifying the people in distress requiring urgent help. Such a gathering shall help in suspecting people with criminal intentions and timely control of crime. And such a gathering shall help in maintaining the maximum participation of the people in elections for deciding the business matters. It is mandatory for every citizen of the eligible age to attend the meeting and to participate in the election. If a citizen cannot attend the meeting on one occasion for a valid reason, he can spend his vote in a sealed envelope by post or submit to the appropriate municipal office in advance or send with a member of his house or a neighbor on the day of election. Any citizen failing to vote in any election for any reason shall be liable to pay a fine equal to all the direct taxes payable by him for the previous financial year or fixed charge, whichever is higher. In addition, fundamental rights shall be suspended for 5 years for any citizen failing to vote in elections for half or more occasions in any year. Payment of taxes. It is the duty of all the residents of a nation to pay for the government expenses and for the cost of common interest and infrastructure development. Any resident of a nation shall have to pay a part of his income in excess of incidental expenses and cost of basic requirement of all his dependents in the form of tax for government expenses and for cost of common interest he is availing or shall be availing. The tax shall be payable by the person or his employer on his behalf within 3 months after the end of the financial year. If any person fails to pay the tax before the stipulated time limit, he shall be liable to pay a fine equal to tax payable by him for the time of delay. If any person fails to pay the tax for 3 years, his property may be leased and half of the lease money shall be paid towards the tax till the dues are cleared. Any citizen can initiate investigation by the government against any person with valid reason for suspension for paying no or less tax for his income. If a person is found to have paid no or less tax intentionally without valid reason for justification, he shall be liable to bear the cost of investigation, and all the taxable income for which tax was unpaid shall be seized and declared as public property. Population census. People of the land of the nation are the citizens of the nation. All the citizens are eligible for certain special privileges like fundamental rights and fundamental duties, which are not extended for other persons present in the nation for any reason. Citizens are not eligible for these special privileges until their births are registered in the municipality of their domicile. Citizens responsible for the registration of any birth or death in municipality shall be liable to pay, if the registration is delayed, a fine equal to direct taxes payable by them for the period of delay or fixed charge, whichever is higher. Every citizen shall be issued a unique identity card of citizenship of the nation after registration of his birth in the district municipality of his domicile. The card is issued under the name and the logo of the nation with the citizenship number, name, sex, year, and place of birth of the citizen, name of the mother, name of the father, address of domicile, and mobile phone number. These particulars, along with biometric scans of fingerprints, eyes, face, and any other relevant parts of the citizen, shall be collected by district municipality coordinated with the village municipality. Local population can recognize strangers and can block their registration as citizens if they fail to produce proper evidence of confirmation. The citizenship numbers consist of 15 digits. The date of birth of the citizen shall be the first 6 digits in the format of YYMMDD. Next 6 digits shall be the postal index number or the zip code of the place of first registration, and the last 3 digits indicate the number of the citizen in the sequential order of births registered under the date and zip code. After registration of death of the citizen, letter D is added at the end of citizenship number, date, place, and cause of death shall be recorded, and his record shall be moved from the current database to the archives. When a new citizenship card is issued with the change of address of domicile to the same citizen on application are followed by number of reissue shall be added at the end of citizenship number in the new card, and the database is updated accordingly. Thus, there will be only one citizenship card for any citizen with one valid citizenship number at any time. Any person presenting a citizenship card with a cancelled and invalid citizenship number for availing any service or facility shall be treated as criminal, unless the absence of criminal intention is confirmed beyond suspicion. Total population of the nation or of any region or territory at any previous or current time shall be readily available close to real figures from the database. All the countries of the world even can issue unique citizenship cards under the name and the logo of the country with 18-digit citizenship number to each of their citizens. The date of birth of the citizen shall be the first 6 digits in the format YYMMDD, and the next 3 digits will be the country code. The next 6 digits shall be the postal index number or the zip code of the place of first registration, and the last 3 digits indicate the number of the citizen in the sequential order of births registered under the date and zip code in that country. Citizenship card shall be issued to every citizen after registration of birth in that district municipality and the entry of particulars and biometric scans in the database. Citizenship card to the newborn shall be issued after registration of birth in the district municipality, but the biometric scan shall be added to the database in 6th and 16th year of age. Biometric scan shall be updated in the database for any citizen after proper confirmation of the identity whenever any significant deviation from the record is suspected or noticed. The information on citizenship card and biometric scans for every citizen shall be maintained as database and updated regularly in the district municipality, its state capital, and in the capital of nation or country. The citizens shall have to update any change of address of domicile or mobile phone number in the district municipality of their domicile. Current database is not open for a retrieval of any information. but it can confirm or reject the identity of any citizen to the department and organization providing public service on matching 2 or 3 uploaded biometric parameters with database for any citizenship number. Complete information or any part thereof any deceased citizen can be retrieved from the archives for any evidence research or statistics or for any other valid purpose causing no injury to the honor of the deceased. Citizenship card can be used as identity proof or application of the citizen for participation in the government activities, for property transactions, for availing or for an account for availing services and facilities, or for employment in any organization. Organizations and establishments can just file a copy of the citizenship card with the signature of the citizen and the date of biometric confirmation with the government database in their files or database as a proof of application and contract by the citizen. Movements of the citizen with known criminal attitude can be monitored, and the suspects in the criminal act can be located with the signals from an electromagnetic chip on the citizenship card. Rights of others. All the citizens of the nation have equal rights, but all citizens are unequal just like fingers of hand. Skills and intellect are not homogeneous but differ in different individuals of the society at any time plan. Scavengers, cultivators, technologists, engineers, doctors, priests, teachers, scientists, philosophers, artists, etc. Yet no individual is less important for nation, and these differences indeed are essential for healthy progress of the society to the next time plane. Next generations will have better skills and intellect with advantage of additional experience and progressive genetic diversity of the current generation over previous generation. These differences provoke comparison of assets and possessions of individuals and ignite the incentive of earnings competition between individuals, perversion of intelligence and crime. Competition is essential for progressive transformation of the nation, for creation of better facilities and production of better things. But grading of people by personal assets and possessions and competition between individuals provokes some people to adopt unfair means and crime to elevate themselves to underserving higher grades which are not desirable. Ancient Indian literature categorized people into 4 classes. The first class person people to protect the interest of people in need, even neglecting their own personal needs and requirements. Such persons are very rare, like pleasant fragrant flowers, and should be protected from possible exploitation by the people. The second class persons help to protect the interest of people in need while attending or after attending personal needs and requirements. Majority population of nation comes under this group, and these people never dare to cross the limits of ruling unless forced by the authorities to desperation. The interest of such people should be well guarded from vulnerable injury to preserve the sense of sentiments, morals and ethics. Third class persons pursue personal interest and don't hesitate to take advantage even by causing injury to other people and their property. The acts of such people resulting in injury to the rights and interest of other people should effectively be prevented. And the fourth class persons intend to injure the rights and interests of other person for no reason, no personal benefit, and such people deserve punishment till they change their attitude. The purpose of the Constitution in this regard is to uplift the attitude of the whole population of the nation to first and second class persons and to ground moral and ethics from plane of ideals on par with duties. Constitution. Constitution is the law of the land of the nation. Any person can enjoy his property in the nation in the way he wishes to by agreement with the Constitution. Purpose of Constitution is to promote peaceful, interdependent, pleasant and happy life for citizens with mutual cooperation and coordination. Purpose of Constitution is to prevent or minimize injury by human action to the land of nation and to the property in the land, including all things and species of life, to facilitate progressive natural continuation of the nation and its life into future time planes. Any human act repugnant to the Constitution is a punishable crime. Hence, Constitution is to be approved by all the citizens of the nation. The Constitution and its translation in all local language shall have to be made available and accessible to all citizens in advance for casting their vote of approval. Any citizen can ascertain the meaning, advantages, and disadvantages of the Constitution and of any part thereof from the people he can trust. Any person can express his opinion in the form of critical analysis of the Constitution or any part thereof. Constitution does not have jurisdiction when the effect of any act of a citizen does not extend beyond the limits of person and personal property of the citizens. Interpersonal transactions are by contract on equal terms and free consent. Any contract after initiation of its performance is not void, but the inequality of terms can be revised to compensate satisfaction in public meeting to compensate the deprived party. The jurisdiction of the Constitution extends to human acts of all the persons present and living in the land which intend or likely to injure the land or property of the nation. Language is imperfect due to inherent ambiguity, yet a better medium for communication. Interpretation of any article of this Constitution or any part thereof is plain and simple as any common man can understand. Interpretation of any act, regulation, or law repugnant to the Constitution or any part thereof shall be null and void. Interpretation of any article of the Constitution or any part thereof repugnant to the preamble of the Constitution shall be null and void. In case of conflict in any matter, decision of majority opinion of the people by election shall be final. Citizens who have objections to the Constitution or any part thereof can propagate their opinion by public meeting and mass media for appropriate amendments without initiating any act causing or intending injury to the land or property, including all species of the nation. Or they may compromise and cast their vote of approval if they consider the objections of minor and insignificant. But they must abide by the Constitution after casting their vote of approval. Any citizen can migrate to any other nation of his interest when he cannot approve the Constitution or for any other reason. But if he wishes to continue as citizen of nation, he must abide by the Constitution and fulfill the fundamental duties. When minority citizens who have objections to approve the Constitution are in considerable number, they may be allotted a territory in nation proportionate to the land for which they have a title of ownership to develop their own ruling. Such territory is still considered as part of the nation and is bound to pay its share of common expenses. People from such territory can enter in contracts and transactions with any other territory of nation or of other nations through the government of nation. People of such territory can merge with the nation at any time by agreement with this Constitution. Every person involved in any act repugnant to or affecting the purpose of this Constitution, causing or intending major or repeated injury to the land, property, or any species of nation is liable to rigorous life imprisonment or death. Imprisonment or death to such person is pronounced not as a sentence or punishment for the crime, but as preventive measure to protect the nation from impending major injury by such attitude. Any such person instead may be allowed to migrate to any other country with a permanent ban on re-entry after compensation by him for the damage caused by the act.